Hello everyone, and welcome to my new easiest quad chimps guide with no abilities, no micro, and no Geraldo. We're going to be using this pretty awesome Gwen-based strategy where we use the heated up buff to give lead popping and extra damage to low damage towers that don't have lead popping. So this is going to be pretty fun. First we have the double Desperado start, which is quite easy. You kind of just want this guy to be over here. It can just be over here, but I found that this is slightly more consistent. You want the range border to just touch the edge of like the little white, like the big white thing over here. I don't know exactly what that is, just that the big gate thingy. Same thing on the other side. You just want to put it over here in the middle, and you want the range border to touch the inside of like the big white thingy here. And these guys should just beat the first 3 rounds, round 6, 7, and 8, very easily. I actually lied, I forgot, we're getting a third Desperado on round 8, just down here as high and as middle as possible. For round 10, we're getting a sniper right over here. And this guy's going to be set to strong. And now we're just going to go straight for our hero of choice, who is Gwen. We're going to be getting Gwen here on round 14. Right over here, just as top right as possible here. For round 15, we're going to get an engineer right over here. For round 17, we're going to upgrade it to sentries. And then faster engineering, which actually doubles the amount of sentries produced, which is very cool. And then after that, we're going to get another engineer on this side. But this guy's just going to stay as a 000. We're not going to be upgrading this guy at all. For 22, full metal jacket on our sniper. For round 23, get yourself a second sniper right over here, set to strong. This guy should be right here because we want him to be in Gwen range for later, and also it's going to be a shrapnel sniper later on, so its positioning does matter quite a lot as well. Night vision goggles on the lead sniper for 24. And now we're just going to upgrade this guy to a 203 double gun. The pin with the sentries and the fact that with double gun the sentries also shoot 2 projectiles is really, really good. It's very strong on this map. It kind of just handles 2 lanes, which is very nice. Oh, you can wait to get this guy after the round ends. I kind of just forgot. Shouldn't matter that much. And now we're going to start upgrading this guy. This guy is going to be a 022. So we're going to get faster firing, and then we're going to get the next. Get shrapnel, and once you get shrapnel, set this guy to first. For 36, we're going to get semi-automatic, and we're actually going to set this guy to close. Close targeting seems pretty weird, but it works because this guy can handle pretty much 3 lanes, so we just need this guy to focus on this lane, and that's what this targeting will let us do. This round might have a little bit of inconsistency to it. I haven't encountered it yet, but it probably exists. So if you die there, my bad. Set it back to first for 37, and then get a glue gunner right over here. 110 set to strong. Or you could always just use an ability to make 36 completely consistent. For round 40, we're going to be getting full auto rifle, and this guy combined with the glue gunner take out this round very, very nicely. And now we're going to work our way to getting this guy to a shrapnel elite defender, but we do have to buy quite a few things first. So we're going to get a village right over here, as top right as possible. And this guy's going to be a 202. And then above our sniper here, we're going to give it a 320 alk buff. And then we are actually going to be going for a Prince of Darkness, so we're going to start to build into the Necromancer. I'll do that after the round ends. So we're going to get a 104 Necromancer here. The extra 204 crosspath does, like, pretty much nothing. It's 1 extra damage when the Prince of Darkness is going to have 11, so it really doesn't matter. And now we're just going to go for the Shrapnel Elite Defender. For 56, we're going to get this guy to the Shrapnel Elite Defender, finally. And this guy just carries the mid-game on his own, pretty much, after the buff where they gave the Shrapnel 2 damage. But with the buff that Gwen gives, it's actually, like, very solid. Yeah, with the Gwen buff, it'll actually do quite a lot late game too, which is very, very nice. We're going to get an Alk buff here for our Necromancer as well, 320. Our Necromancer here should get all of the camo leads on 59. I'm pretty sure it will, consistently. This tower is very RNG, so I feel like there could be some issues with it, but I have never encountered them. So, yeah, they don't exist. Obviously, because that's how it works. And now we're just going to go for the Prince of Darkness, because the Shrapnel Elite Defender somehow carries the mid-game on this map. Finally here, on round 76, we can afford the Prince of Darkness. And this guy has some RNG associated with it, but it's not that bad. And now we're going to go for the second RNG tier 5. Yes, because buying 2 RNG tier 5s makes a consistent late game. I don't know how it works, but it kind of does. So we're going to get a boat right up here. This guy has to be in Gwen range. You absolutely need this guy to get buffed by Heated Up. And we're going to get it to a 502 carrier flagship. Check that it is getting the Heated Up buff here. It should. Like, it should always, so it's going to be kind of hard to check with our 2 tier 5s just insta-killing everything. Aircraft carrier here on round 80. So it is getting the Heated Up buff here, which is very important. We will need this guy to have lead popping and be able to kill some DDTs, and also we need this guy to have the bonus damage that Gwen gives, and the bonus pierce. Gwen gives quite a lot with the heated up buff, actually. It's way stronger than you'd think. For round 85, get yourself the carrier flagship, and now we have all 3 tier 5s of the run. Now we're just going to be going for a bunch of late game support. First, we're going to remove the top and the bottom obstacle, just because, yeah. The top and the bottom obstacle are the most important to remove, I'd say. We're going to get primary training on our village, and then right over here, as low as possible while being in discount range, we're going to get a 024 Relentless set to Strong. So get Moab Glue here. And then on 92, we can get Relentless. Relentless is very helpful for cleanup when our Prince of Darkness and Carrier Flagship are pierce capping. So yeah, it's just very helpful. And the Moab Slow it gets from Moab Glue is also so nice. So powerful. I love this tower. Next, we're going to get our Prince of Darkness's Alk buff to a stronger stimulant. This will make it far more consistent, and will pretty much leave no uptime. And then we're going to get a 024 Moab Press. We're actually just going to get 3 more Moab Presses because we can, so yeah. Get your second one, like, over here. Actually, no, just get it, like, over here, maybe? Yeah, we just need to get 4 of these guys in this general area. Their spots aren't that specific. And we can get the third one here on round 95. Ideally, you kind of have this trio over here, and then we're going to get another one up here. I think those are the ideal positionings for the Moab presses. Can't quite afford it on 96, but oh well, we only really need it for 98. That's the only round where it makes a huge difference, so yeah. 98 is by far the trickiest run of this round to figure out when I was making this strategy. There's just so much pierce that you need to be able to kill the round. Fourth Moab Press, and then we're going to go for, well, just because I mentioned the big pierce issue, let's fix that a little by getting a Abyss Warrior right up here. This guy will pierce buff most of our main guys over here. Relentless Glue, 2 presses, and then our 2 big damage tier 5s. This guy isn't really doing that much at this point, but yeah. Pierce buffing everything, very, very good and very nice. I think we also have the money here for an Unstable Concoction. Yeah, we do, just barely. I don't think this guy is required to beat 98, but in some future update, they might price nerf it, and we won't have it anymore. We won't be able to get it anymore, so it shouldn't do that much on 98, so should still be completely beatable without it. For 99, we're going to get a Embrittlement right up here. This Embrittlement is not really to help with the DDTs, it's more to help with round 100, actually. And because of that, we just need a little bit of extra round 100 damage, so we're just going to get an overdrive, like, over here. If you can fit it over here, great. If not, put it, like, over here. If not, even over here should work. Not actually required whatsoever for round 100, just makes it, like, slightly less scary looking, I guess. But yeah, this setup should just completely decimate this bad layer. And then once it pops, the presses just push everything back and you're good. Damn. And with that, you should now have your quad chimps black border with a very easy, very simple strat of Gwen, Prince of Darkness, Carrier Flagship, and the Shrapnel Elite Defender, which we like to pretend doesn't do anything because it's super cringe. And 4 Moa presses. I hope this guide helped you out in some way. Have a nice rest of your day, and goodbye.